Hello, tribe. Let me come find you. Hi, hi, hi. I am coming. Oh, the things I have to tell you right now. Hi, Jackie. How are you? I'm coming to find y'all. Okay, I found you. Hi. Hi, Tatiana. Hi, Lynn. Say hi in the comments. Tell me who's here. I have the things to tell you tonight. Good morning. Hey, Dawn. Good morning. Good evening. Hey, Lynn. Oh my God. This is one of those times. Yes. I guess I do have kind of a chill vibe, but it's definitely a storm brewing. And I realize these kind of moments that I have by myself, right, are the moments that change my entire life and set the trajectory for my entire life. But I don't often remember in moments like this when I'm transforming so tremendously to share that with my tribe. And good morning in Australia. Yeah, I got morning right somewhere in the world. Perfect. That's so perfect. Yay. Thanks for saying hi. If you're new to me, let me know that this is your first time, or let me know you're new to me. This will be an interesting experience for you if you're new. If you're my tribe, just say hello. Let me know you're here. So, right. So this is one of those times where it's messy, right? Like it's messy and confusing and a bit painful, right? There's like this pain and there's just like deep longing, and these are some of my most favorite moments of life, because I know on the other side of this is so much growth and so much transformation. And so I just decided to hop on and share it with you guys today, and I just know that this is going to serve you guys and help so many people out there. And I would love, 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 love to hear back from you guys what parts of this resonates with you and what you're currently going through yourself in the same kind of thing. So one of the things that's going on for me right now is really this like frustration with myself for not knowing more, right? Like there's so many things to know. There's like the political things that are going on. There's the historical stuff that's going on. There's, the families coming in through the border and being separated stuff going on. And there's the movements that are going on, and the oppression and the stuff with, there's so much fear and so much pain and so much suffering. And then there's this big, huge gap between the wealthy people and the poor people, and all poor, oftentimes poor people think that all wealthy people are superficial, and oftentimes wealthy people will think all poor people are lazy, and like all drug addicts are just using the system. And it's like so much judgment and so much crap out there, right? And so this is one of those times. Hi, Christine, love you. This is one of those times for me where I'm really growing as a leader in my industry. And there's things that are on my radar and on my heart that are just like I get pissed at myself for not knowing how to help more people, or I get frustrated that I don't know more, and I'm not super politically savvy, and I don't know my history that well, right? Like even the history of women coming through, like I could not have a stronger passion and heart for serving women now, just in the little time that I've been alive. But like even knowing the history, I mean, there's so much about our history that I don't even know. And I feel a sense of, just not being enough, right? Like if I could be smarter, if I could know more, if I could learn how to maybe create nonprofits, if I knew what was going on in the world more, stuff like that, right? So here's where I get to, right? Because everyone has their own version of this, right? Like I can't believe I'm going to tell you guys. I'm just going to tell you guys everything. We're just going to do this together, y'all, right? We're going to do life together. So thanks for being present with me in this. And I hope this serves you. And I hope we transform together through this. So, like, one of the things that I've been going through is I'm surrounded by mentors and, people that are my peers, and really this whole world of entrepreneurs. And the entrepreneurs are, um, it's very much like if we look high level and we are high level and we're first class and we're Chanel bags and we're, broadcasting our money, which I, by the way, not knocking, right? Like, this has healed me and transformed me so much to be in something that's so free and so expansive financially, and like feeling luxury and feeling like that level of well taken care of has its place in the world 100%. But for me, it's felt very confusing to be someone who has gone through so much suffering, gone through so many trials, grew up as the welfare kid, was told that I was the stupid blonde girl my whole life, was abused, was, sexually assaulted, dismissed, went through massive depression, attempted suicides, then went in the military. There was massive amounts of abuse in the military, this endless amounts of power, abused power in the military, and then came out and then was a single mom and then went on welfare. So like, and there was a lot of religious abuse in my history, right? Like, I was told I was possessed, and, I had like seances done on me and all this other bullshit, right? So like, it's a colorful history. And so to be a woman who has that kind of history, and to be surrounded in a field where it's really all about, like the glory kind of, or the fame and the height of wealth and freedom in a way where that's the thing to be attained, has been jarring to my system, right? And so I have been just scanning myself. Do you know what I'm saying? That feeling where you're just kind of like scanning yourself and you're letting things be what they are. And like, I've just been growing massively, and the business just keeps like doubling and doubling and doubling. Like, and, I'm able to take care of my team. I know how to like lead my business now. I've learned how to be a businesswoman. I've learned about finances. I hired a financial advisor. I'm learning all about the financial world. I'm learning about the legality for the business. I'm learning about how to own a home and Florida laws and even divorce and divorce lawyers and all of it, right? So like, as the woman who I am, who went through everything I went through, and I'm a mom, and nothing on the planet matters more to me than my children, and being able to create a life for them that I really believe in. Not just an easy luxury life, but a life where they're becoming seasoned and they're becoming like me, right? Like, I want them to be like me. And I feel like that was really healing for me to admit to myself, like, I'm driven. I stand for what I believe in. I don't give a shit, or I don't give a flying fuck what anybody has to say about it. It just doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the stuff that I believe in, and me being in integrity, and me actually showing up and making an impact in this world. Like, that's what matters to me. Helping people, helping women who don't believe in themselves, helping people who don't know how to get out of the 9 to 5 and the poor cycle that they were in. Like, I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to wake up every single day and wonder, how the fuck am I going to do this for the rest of my life? I honestly have no idea how the fuck I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. I cannot do this for the rest of my life. I can't help everybody. I can't fix all of you people. I don't know how to do this. I need everybody to leave me the fuck alone. Like, I just need to breathe. I cannot do this anymore. Like, I know what that feels like. And for me to be here at this level of success, and to know that there's those people, those incredible fucking people that wake up every day and all they want to do is take care of their fucking family, and they just want to help the people that they love, and they want to leave an impact in the world, and they want all the fucking pain that they went through to mean something in the world, and to know that they cannot figure it out. Like, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I don't get this life thing. I don't get how this is supposed to work. How do you be happy and take care of all the people you love and have money and be healthy? Like, I don't fucking understand any of this. It's all confusing. I feel like it's everything I can do just to wake up and do the basics that I need to do every fucking day, let alone this whole world of thriving and traveling around the world and freedom and fucking luxury and Chanel bags. Like, just not, like, brain not even computing, right? Like, I'm so keenly aware of that, because even my business has scaled so fast that, like, especially newer people that are new to me, they don't know that it was just 4 years ago. Was it? I gotta be better with timelines. I'm so bad, right? Like, if I'm gonna be writing books and shit, that I need to know the timelines. I'm gonna have to have my tribe that's tracked with me, like, tell me the dates of shit. It's so bad. what was it, 4 years ago that I was making $400 a week and I was on welfare, and I was literally like, my daughter was sick all the time and I couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong with her, and my son was so depressed and he wouldn't have friends over, and I was in pain. I was in fucking pain. I didn't know how to help my family. I didn't know how to help my kids. I didn't know how to help them not be sick. I couldn't even afford fucking organic food. Like, I was in tremendous amounts of pain. I had people that I loved very close to me that were suicidal and depressed, and I had cousins that were committing suicide and were overdosing, and it was just relentless amounts of pain, let alone the fucking planet, let alone the human trafficking and the fucking shit going on the planet. And it was like too much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, too much. Don't know how to fucking cope with all of this pain. And here's the thing. We're meant to deal with the parts that we feel called to show up for. And one of the things that people like us, who will do anything to take care of and support the people we love, who just want to be good and do good and make a fucking difference and enjoy life and be fucking happy while we're doing it. Like, how do we do both? How do I be happy and have money so that I'm like, you deserve to be secure. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve to have wealth. Like, there's plenty of wealth in the world. Do you know how many, did you guys see the blog I wrote today? How many people are like, every single year, there's X amount more and more and more of billionaires. It's insane. And millionaires, like this endlessly creating millionaires. Like, there's no shortage of abundance on this planet. Try, as our culture would like to make it seem like everybody's fucking broke. There's a massive amount of wealth in our country and in our world. There's massive amounts of wealth to be had, and people are fucking having it. And why not you, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is each one of us are called to something different. And what it really feels like, so for me in this moment right here, right? Like, let's just take, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Tell me if you know what I'm talking about. Hyperspeed launch these 4 years. Creating your legacy. Exactly. So like these last few years, it's been just one journey after another. I mean, in the beginning, it was like learning how to create boundaries with my family, learning how to even get any kind of clue what I wanted to make me happy. I didn't know what would make me happy. Like, who the fuck knows what would make them happy, right? I didn't. I had no clue. I knew what made me feel like I wasn't drowning or I wasn't suffocating, but I didn't know what fucking made me happy, right? And the money stuff, like I didn't get the money stuff, and then it was just always gone. The second I got money, it was like just like somehow, some way, somebody always needed it and it always had to be gone. And I remember after like 3 years, I was like, oh, this is a thing that doesn't stop. Like, if you don't have healthy boundaries and you're not clear with your money and your boundaries and you're rescuing people and you're still stuck in the stuff we're talking about right now, then you'll never have money, because no matter how much you make, you'll just keep pissing it away and it'll just keep going right out the door to people. You'll just keep letting it go, spending it on yourself because you think you're fucked up, giving it to other people, doing other people's work for them, paying off other people's shit for them. And the people around you will get entitled and they'll keep fucking expecting you to pay for shit for them. And it's really on you because you allowed it and you created that dynamic because you wanted to feel like the good person. You wanted to feel like you were helping and you were doing good. It comes from a really good fucking place, but it's mischief, right? So in the beginning, it was a lot of that kind of stuff. And it was a lot of like, I felt trapped, right? Like, if I was successful, then fuck. Like, I remember the first time I had like a booked out one-on-one schedule. I had 30 one-on-one clients. And I remember thinking, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, you want me to what? 9 weeks from now on a Friday, you want me to be on the phone at 12 o'clock? How the fuck do I know what's going to be going on 9 weeks from now on a Friday? How the fuck do I know? I might be on the rag. I might be in an argument. I might be depressed. I might be fucking like, who knows, right? Like, I remember feeling so suffocated by like, you want me to plan 9 weeks out? Like, I was used to not even committing for the weekend. Like, I don't know. You want to know what I'm doing on Saturday? I'll let you know Saturday morning, right? So like, it was also like that sense of responsibility and releasing the story that like, hey, I had a fucked up childhood. So that means I don't have to be responsible for anything, like schedules, making it to doctor's appointments, any of the above. Like, I'm not responsible for doing any of those things because I had a fucked up life. So that means I'm off the hook. That's my excuse. I don't have to be normal like everybody else because I had a fucked up childhood, right? Like, I had to I had to confront that face on and be like, how long am I going to let that be my excuse? Like, how long am I going to use it as a crutch for not showing up in life? And so these were the things in the beginning, you know, in the journey. And that's why I did the 30-day happy and wealthy program, because it was like all the massive things that I learned in the beginning. Then it shifted, right? So then it was like, oh, now I have money and now everybody expects me to pay for their shit. And like, this is uncomfortable and I'm not really sure what to do with this. And like, I remember like, it's so funny to think about now, but it was so like legit for me then. Like, I remember I wanted to start putting away 10% of my income for savings because I had never had a savings. Are you kidding me? I made $400 a week. That's what I lived off of, right? So I had an envelope, and on the envelope I wrote savings 10%, and I ripped like the flappy part off the envelope so it was just like like a pocket, and I thumbtacked it on my wall in my office, and I used to put cash in there. I used to take cash out and put cash in. That was my fucking savings account. Right? So now I have a business on track for 7 figures and financial advisors and teams of CPAs and advisors and bookkeepers who do all that shit for me. And we maximize my IRAs and stuff like that. And like, I'm learning all of that stuff. I'm just in the beginning phases of learning all of it. But like, it began with me putting money in the motherfucking envelope on my wall. And guess what? That shit meant everything to me. Having $10, I remember there was $17. I have a picture of it. I should see if I could find it. I had $17 in that envelope, like thumbtacked to my wall. And it was fucking everything to me. That was my first savings account. It's the first money I ever put in savings, and nobody was fucking touching it. Like, I don't care if the whole entire universe is about to blow up and $17 would save the entire universe. You're not fucking getting that $17. You're not fucking touching it. I started to figure this shit out. I started to see that like these are endless loops, and like, and it was never going to stop. Like, everybody needing something was never going to stop. And like, you know, okay, like, how do I set these boundaries and clean this stuff up? And how, you know, how do I be successful and have responsibilities without feeling trapped and without feeling like overwhelmed by the responsibility and that kind of stuff, right? And then I dealt with the people around me getting triggered by my success, right? So then it was like the same people that doubted me and told me I'll never be able to do it, and like, oh, you start and stop everything and blah, blah, blah. And they were criticizing me the whole way along. I literally was just la, 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 right? Like, just not hearing you, can't hear you, have no idea what you're saying, not listening, right? It's the same thing you guys see me do now. Not listening, right? Just fucking not listening. I don't hear you, can't hear you. I'm on mission. I know what I'm fucking here to do, and I'm going to show up and do it. Okay. So all of those have been phases, right? But all along this entire journey, there's been one kind of consistent thing that happened. And that was this really like deep self-reflective thing. Like, what am I really here to do? I recognize and acknowledge at this point that I'm a really powerful woman. And I think I always knew that. Even when I was a kid, I used to tell people like, I'm going to be an Olympic diver, because I just knew I was going to be something fucking powerful. Like, obviously I was never going to be, I mean, like, obviously I wasn't an Olympic diver. I wasn't even on a swim team, right? But I just knew I was going to be something awesome when I was older. I just always fucking knew that like I had the power to affect change, and I was going to use it for good, and people weren't going to suffer the way I fucking suffered. I was going to find a way to help people not suffer as badly as I suffered, right? And I was just the kind of kid that was like, whenever, I learned something that made my life better, I just wanted to tell everybody. I just felt like everybody should learn if it helped me. But, and like, go figure, I literally built an entire business based around the fact that I learn shit, and then I break it down for other people, make it really accessible and make it really easy for them to fucking learn, right? This is my biggest blockage around money, that if I earn too much, certain family members resent me. So I stick to an amount that keeps me comfortable. They will resent you. It will be fucking uncomfortable. You won't know what the fuck you're doing, and you'll also resolve it. Because you're not the kind of person, you wouldn't be here if you were, you're not the kind of person that wouldn't find a way to resolve it. You're going to find someone like me. You're going to find some kind of resource or a book or a group or hire a mentor, and you're going to get around people who've already fucking been there and done that, because it's very easy to help you and support you through that, right? So this is what I teach my tribe consistently, right? And this is what I call myself to all the fucking time, right? I will go through whatever I need to fucking go through to learn how to be really fucking savvy at dealing with shit that I don't know how to do. I did not know how to deal with being the person with money and having people around me just expect me to pay for them. Like, it was a really fucking weird experience for me. Like, I was the girl on welfare, and I was the girl that couldn't afford shit. I was the single mom with children who didn't have money. So didn't nobody expect me to pay for shit, right? Because I had kids. So then all of a sudden and you know, by the way, as I'm building my business, I always have pulled back the curtain for my audience. Hey, Phil. It is fun. I agree, Sierra. 100% agree. So, I've always pulled back the curtain, and then I tell my audience everything, right? Like, I've always shared how much I make. I've just been really open and really honest about all the things. Like, just fucking literally everything. I've told you guys everything, right? So I did think about that. I'm sharing my income online, always have, always will. I'm not going to ever fucking hide that because I always wanted to know. I needed people who were telling me like what the incomes are and how to deal with the money and how to deal with all this shit coming up. And like, tell me when shit's a mess. Tell me when your life is fucked up. Tell me when you're struggling with who you are. And like, is this shit superficial? Did I become a wealthy person that's superficial? Or like, am I as in integrity as I thought I was? Or, like maybe I just want to tell this whole population of people that like me to fuck off because I don't agree. Like, I don't like how they show up. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Or like, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely endless. So what happens is we decide that I'm willing to be a human being who enjoys and looks forward to and can fucking appreciate the really uncomfortable, difficult situations that I don't know how to handle, because then I will know how to handle them after. I will be savvy as fuck after I make shit tons of money, tell everybody online, and then sit down for 7 dinners with people or be in a bunch of, 27 situations where people expect me to fucking hand them money, and I will, and I'll fuck it up, and then I'll learn, I'll get burned, and I'll get really sick of that feeling, and I'll figure it out. I'll fucking figure it out. I'll learn how to be a woman who's really savvy with money and has great boundaries. How much better is that? You're going to fuck it up and it won't matter. You're not going to do it perfectly. I didn't do shit perfectly. I did everything completely imperfectly, and yet everything's still thriving. And there's still massive success, and I'm still transforming thousands of lives and reaching thousands of people. And those thousands of amazing, fucking incredible people are reaching thousands of lives. And there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of lives changing in a triple, like just massive, massive effect that just keeps going. This massive domino. I know we can't even comprehend the amount of healing that each single one of us does. If we ever fucking knew, we would wake up and we would just be so fucking on mission, nothing would stop us. Least of all thinking like, oh, I might have to deal with an uncomfortable situation where somebody makes me feel like I owe them money. I know what that feels like, and it is painful. It is uncomfortable. And we do learn about narcissists. We do learn about entitlement, and we do learn about fucking boundaries, and we do learn about wealth intelligence, and we do learn I'm really clear what I am and am not willing to do with my money. We learn where we want to put our money. We learn how to invest in our money to multiply it. We learn how to be a person who's like, I should be the person that has all the money because I'm actually savvy with money, and I'm going to make an impact in this world because I make shit tons of money, right? Like, so you become that person, and how good does that feel? Like, do you want to be a person that's savvy with money? This is just one example. You can apply this to everything. Do you want to be a person who's really savvy with money? Then you are a person who wants to be in uncomfortable fucking situations with money that you get to learn to figure out and to have some people support you with so that you become savvy with fucking money. Right? Yes, Kel. Woo woo. Fuck yes. Okay, so that was the money thing. So throughout this whole phase, I've always been really vulnerable with myself and really honest with myself. So, when I was like I identified as a Christian, I went through this phase of like, well, what if I don't believe in hell? And what if I think this scare tactic of Christianity is bullshit? And I think it's actually terrible. And I think that it's damaging. And I think that some of the worst, most painful things that ever happened to me were born out of Christianity and happened from Christians. And most of the Christians I grew up with were fucking miserable. They weren't happy. They were surviving. And that's not what I fucking want. And like, I started to question like these really scary questions. Like, but if I fucking question if I'm going to hell, but what if there is a hell and then I go to hell? Like, I don't want to think about this. I don't want to deal with this, right? And I started asking myself questions like, if there were, sexual assaults and abuse and stuff like that, and there's such a huge population of people in my extended family that like hides it and nobody talks about it, and then people are killing themselves, maybe we should fucking talk about it. And do I want to be the person that talks about it? Am I going to talk about this shit? Am I going to fucking tell the world about this shit? I'm going to tell people I attempted suicide. I was depressed. I didn't get out of bed for 2 weeks. I was molested relentlessly. I mean, like, am I going to talk about this shit? And I'm like, I get to decide what kind of world we live in. And in my world and in my tribe and in the people that are in my life, we talk about the real fucking shit. Like, this is what really happened. Guess what? Most of the people in my tribe have been through physical, sexual, and religious traumas. Most of the people in my tribe. But yet, like, there's some weird unspoken thing that we're not supposed to talk about it. So I went through that phase and decided, no, I'm fucking talking about it. Then it was the money stuff. Am I supposed to, right? Like, I even remember someone who's like one of the closest people in my whole life to me made a comment about how I'm bragging about the money online because I was sharing how much I make. And I thought, my intention isn't bragging. It doesn't feel like bragging. And I'm like, I know what bragging feels like. I've bragged before. I was an athlete and I got a little bit competitive. I'm like, I know what bragging feels like. This is not bragging, right? But I knew, and I know to this day, people judge me for talking about my money. It's the number one thing that they talk about, right? The number one thing that they judge or they get like triggered by is if I talk about like, we crushed it and made 83K this month, or, the business on track for 7 figures, or like celebrating the huge money wins, or the fact that like I have programs that sell it for 45K in 30 seconds. And people get really triggered by that. And that's why I talk about it. Because why can't we talk about these real things? Like, this is real life. This is the actual shit that's happening. Like, this is like, people are struggling with money. People feel like I'm a bad person if I have money, and then they feel like I'm a bad person if I'm not successful. That's fucking lose-lose. But that is what our culture teach. You're bad and you're lazy if you don't have money, but you're a snob and you're superficial and you're a bad person. You're gonna go to fucking hell if you do have money. Like, and do we wonder why people have money fears and money shit going on? And let's talk about sales. The program I'm running right now is the Powerful Sales with Heart, like selling from your heart. By the way, that started today. Doors close in 2 days on that. Sorry, I should have told you guys that before. Let me drop the link in there for you. I don't want to get distracted by this right now, though. Okay, I dropped the link in there for you. Doors close in 2 days, no exceptions, because we're double timing this one. So there's no exceptions. Doors close in 2 days. Okay, so like, why do I teach sales? Like, because it's all wrapped up in the money, right? Like, now we're going to talk, and like, how about this for vulnerability? How about I'm going to teach you how I sell to you? Talk about a leap of faith. I'm going to fucking tell you how I sell to you so that you see exactly how I sell to you, because for me, it's in massive integrity. It's in complete integrity, right? So it actually isn't vulnerable. I know it can come off that way, but it's not really vulnerable. Really, it's fucking true and it's honest, and it's my honor to share the shit that I've learned and for you to be able to see how epic and easy this journey is, right? Like easy, meaning easy, like I'm going to sit and have this, dinner with people that are going to expect me to pay for their money. And I'm going to practice saying no and saying, oh, I owe this much. Here's my portion. And if people give me strange looks, I'm just going to smile and shake it off and practice. I'm a fucking practice, right? It's the same thing. It's like we're practicing things that are integrity. And guess fucking what? Talking about money, having shit tons of money, and doing sales is all part of being in integrity. And so is the shit that I'm going through today. So is the shit today. I'm like, fuck, there's all these incredibly smart people. There's Brene Brown and these people that are out there like really truly impacting the world, and they're truly making a difference. And like, oh, like I'm not, I love my tribe and I love the transformation I'm watching happening, and honestly, it heals me. It fucking heals me. My girls are just blowing it up. My guys, they're just fucking crushing life. And I got my first client, and I booked this out, and I hit this number, and it's just left and right fucking wins. I mean, it sustains me. You see, like, we need each other. I need my people's wins, and them sharing their wins keeps me going. It's like what I live for. I wake up in the morning for this shit. This is what I wake up to do, right? My kids, my family, my tribe. This is like everything to me. Y'all are every fucking thing to me. And seeing you guys thrive, there's nothing more. There's nothing more that keeps me going than watching my audience and my tribe and my clients thrive. Like, this is what I fucking live for. And so there's times like this, and I've gone through this a million times. And so I used to freak out about it, but I don't anymore. But there's times like this. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip of water. There's times like this that I go through where I feel this deep longing for something, but I don't know how to do it yet. I have a deep longing to effect the suppression going on. I have a deep longing to affect the way that people think in our culture. So I'm not that clear on it just yet. I know that I have a deep longing to help people understand that you get to be fucking happy, that you get to have a state of abundance in your life, that you get to leave the impact that you want to leave on this world, that you get to have fucking boundaries and truly feel like your life is enjoyable and you love what you're doing and you're worthy and you get to fucking leave the impact that you want to leave. And that I want to impact the world in a way where people start to be open to other people's ideas. And like, I don't have to agree with you. You can think this way and I can think this way, and we can be close as shit, and nobody has to agree. Because by the way, nobody fucking agrees on everything. You know what we can agree on? We can agree on we want to be good people. We want to enjoy this motherfucking life to the fullest, extent. We want to have fun. We want to be full of joy, just radiating fucking happiness and joy. And we want to love our people, and we want to leave an impact in this world. That's what we fucking agree on. The rest of it doesn't fucking matter. That's what we do in life. The rest of it we figure out as we go through fucking life. That is what life is for. Life is for to show up and live today with excellence and figure the rest of the fucking shit out. That's what we're doing together. We're just like together going like, I don't fucking know what any of this shit is. We're just going to keep fucking trying. We're just going to keep staying at it. We're going to keep staying in it. We're going to keep seasoning 1% and figuring out one more thing and becoming one more fucking level of savvy and getting through that next wave and celebrating this next thing. And that's what we're fucking doing together. Ain't nobody got it figured out right now. Nobody. So I know that waves like this that I go through are seasoning me, and I'm growing and I'm expanding. And what I'm feeling is those growing pains, right? So I currently feel this sense of really desiring and longing to leave a bigger impact in our culture and to have a cultural movement of people who identify and can be open and brave enough to step into their purpose in a way where they're fully backing themselves, right? So like the Sales with Heart program, like today in the welcome when I was doing with the girls, it was like, we're looking the shit dead in the fucking eye. This is not what you think. We're not going to do some tricks and all of a sudden it's magically going to work. We are going to look the shit dead in the eye. We are going to look I'm worried that someone in my life will take all the money. I'm worried that I won't be safe if I'm wealthy. I'm worried that I won't be safe if I'm seen and visible. I'm worried that if someone comes to me and they want me to help them and then I have a high level price, they're going to run the fuck away and I'm never going to be able to really support them. I'm afraid that people are going to laugh at me and think like, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm afraid people are going to feel like I'm salesy. I'm going to leave the exact opposite of the impact that I want to leave in the world. I'm afraid that I'm going to do something and I'm going to fail and I'm going to look like an idiot and I'm going to look like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm afraid I can't really help people, and I'm afraid to find out that none of this really works, and I'm not cut out for this, and if I try to scale it won't work, and like all these fears. Like, this is what we're here for. We're meant to fucking look this shit dead in the eye. What's the alternative? And by the way, this was my whole fucking point on this. My whole entire point is we get to the point where we have to release the control of it and I have to know how it's going to work out before I'll step forward. I don't fucking know how I'm going to impact our culture. I don't know how I'm ever going to be smart like Brene Brown. I don't know how I'm ever going to figure out and learn all the political and the shit that's going on and be smart enough to really know all of that stuff to a depth in my soul. I'm just going to start. I'm just going to fucking read one thing and watch one YouTube video and pick up one book, and I'm going to start fucking learning. And then it's going to take me where it's going to take me. But this is what's required, what I'm about to say right now. This is everything. I want you to hear me when I say this. It requires you to be brave enough to trust that God, universe, soul is doing this with you. And the reason it's not working is because you're trying to control it so damn hard. Because you're gripping it. You're fucking white knuckling it. And while you do that, while you control it and you grip it so tightly, like I need to control all of this to make sure it's safe and make sure that I know how to manage everything, you're not learning a motherfucking thing. You're stagnant. You're not growing. Right? And while you're controlling all of it, you're also, you're blocking the next thing that can come in because there's no room for anything to come in. You have taken up all the motherfucking space when you're controlling it. When you're in contraction, when you're thinking like, I have to be able to predict what's going to happen first. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to invest in myself. I'm not ready to invest in a mentor, a program, cleaners, the first team member that I'm hiring, the product line that I want to purchase, the rebuild that I want to do, the rebrand I want to do, whatever the fucking thing is, right? I have to have proof first, or I have to know how it's all going to work out. I have to know I'll be a good person when I'm a millionaire before I'll hit my first 10K months. No, the fuck you don't. You really don't. I have to know that my audience will like me selling every day before I show up and sell every day. No, the fuck you don't. You're never going to know it until you start selling every fucking day. And let's do this shit together, right? Like, you got to fucking start selling. You got to jump in way before you're fucking ready, right? Like, way before you're fucking ready. This is how it really works. You jump in before you're ready. And what's required is exactly what I feel called. It's what I have to do today. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know how I'm going to be as smart and impactful as I want to be. And I'm feeling the pain and I'm feeling the burn of it right now. And I'm feeling like like, oh, I'm not content with the phase that I'm in, and I just want to be there quicker, and I know that that's a waste of my energy. So I get to surrender to what is, and be like, this is where it's at right now. This is exactly where I'm meant to be. And every resource and everything that's ever required for me to get there is coming. It's coming, and I'm open to it, and I'm wide fucking open to it. And I just get to be honest about the longing and the yearning that I feel right now. And I get to cry, and I get to just like be lazy in my bed, and I get to do things like this and share with my audience, and help the people who are doing life like this find me so that I can support them, and we can do life together. And maybe the people that are going to help me, they'll find me, and we just get to keep putting ourselves out there and exposing shit and releasing the control for 4 seconds and creating some space for something new to come in. Because nothing's going to come in unless you fucking let go for 4 seconds. You have to let go and allow some space. There has to be a level of trust. There has to be a level of letting go, and you collaborating, and you letting God, and you letting the universe, and you letting soul like actually come in and actually do some shit in your life, and actually bring in something that you didn't have to like force and control and like figure out yourself. Like, we're not going to change the motherfucking world just by like thinking our way through it. Just like you're not going to become a millionaire saving your money. Like, you don't become a millionaire saving your fucking money. You don't change the world trying to control what you're doing and not being open and expansive and allowing something new to come in and just letting go. And it's scary as fuck. I know. Look, you don't think I want to control all this shit? I want to control all of it. You have no idea. And I'm smart enough to like really trick myself into like feeling like I am controlling it and getting somewhere, right? Like, I could do that. I could totally trick myself, but that's not the name of the game. It requires bravery. I'm so glad, Kel. It requires motherfucking bravery. So today the question is, what is the thing on your radar that you want changed the most? What is your fucking power move today? What is it that you already know? I had a client of mine who just joined my Diamond Mastermind, and she was reading that book, I don't know, Badass at Money or something like that. And she read one line in it, and it was basically along the lines of what I was just saying. What's one thing that you can do today that you've already been fucking knowing? You've already known that you need to do. It's already been on your radar, but you keep pushing it out. It's like on those peripherals out here. Well, now I'm ad-libbing. I don't know what it said. Something. It was like along these lines. It's like out here on the peripherals, but you won't like grab it and look at it and be like, fuck, I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Right? That's what we're doing in the sales program. So if yours is money, if yours is sales and income and like selling every day, and how can you do it in a way where your tribe feels like you really fucking love them and you're not feeling slimy or salesy, and you want to learn like how to sell like an expert in a way that's in integrity and from your heart, that is this program. We are taking the shit and looking it right in the face, right? But you get to decide, what is it that's the most important thing on your radar? If it's not money and it's not sales, what is it? And what is the thing out here that you won't just grab and fucking look at? I promise you, I swear, if you look at it and you can allow yourself to surrender to it and just be present with it, like, okay, that's what it is right now. I'm a mix of like, you know, this high-end, high level, and heart still with the people suffering, and knowing that I actually can have fucking both, and like I do have both now, and now expanding that 100x. Like, there's a restlessness, there's a wanting to control it, and I get to surrender and be like, whoo, okay, I see what it is. I don't know what my next move is right now. I don't know. I have massive creative ideas coming. I have downloads. I have like new universities that I've already written programs for. Like, I got a lot of shit, and I also just get to be like, I'm going to create some space right now. I'm really going to trust my soul. I'm going to trust God to have my back. I'm going to trust that I'm allowing new things to come into this space. And I'm ready. I'm really ready for them. And I'm doing the work to continue to allow myself to feel worthy. Like, I can leave that level of impact. And I also am, while I'm doing this, and I'm giving myself the space, knowing that all the people that are meant to work, like the people that are meant to do sales with me, the people that are meant to be in my mastermind with me and do the, you know, one-on-one calls with me, the people that want to do the one-offs, I do 2-hour one-off calls. I always forget to tell people that, like the people that are meant to do that, the people that are meant to have the breakthrough, work with me, hear my voice, do life with me. They're coming. And I don't have to do anything other than be really authentically who I am and show up every fucking day. Tell everybody from the rooftops, this is who this is for. This is what this is for. If you're struggling with this, then you get to have this. And I get to be myself, and I get to share completely rawly and vulnerably. And the people who don't like it can go find someone that they do like, and the energy resonates with them, because we go through different phases. And there's been different times that different things resonated with me, right? But like, my tribe is driven by a deep need to change the world and a deep longing to protect and take care of the people that they fucking love and to be a genius. Let's be real. We all want to be geniuses, and we're just gonna like just keep fucking learning and expanding our brain for sure. This is true, right? Can you all just admit it with me? We want to be geniuses. I feel like I'm a little bit like this light is on my face and that's it. Like you can only see my face. I think it's kind of funny. Oh, Kel, I'm glad that served you. Hi, Taylor. Okay, so do I have anything else to share today? Oh, it is that brave, right? That's it. I'm in it with you. I'm doing it with you, right? I'm releasing shit. I'm letting it go. I don't know my power move to do today, even though I feel so impatient to make it happen. And I just get to just do that 1% a time, like 1% at a day. Like today it resonated with me to start learning the history of women a little bit better, not in America, but throughout the world, and just like being more intelligent about the history of women. Like I just have a longing to learn that. And I'm going to read some stuff about that today. And that's my power move for today, to come online, tell you guys the fucking truth, right? Let the people who are meant to like move forward in sales or whatever, let them know what I got going on. And then be honest, like, how am I surrendering? What am I surrendering to? Like, this is what's currently going on. This is how I'm currently feeling, but this is how it currently is. I'm not where I want to be just yet, leaving that level of impact. And it'll always feel that way. And being wide open to like, okay, God, let's see what you got. Who are you going to connect me with, or what's going to happen, or who do I get to support and love on? And, you know, who's going to join the program? Who do I get to know better? Like I have 2 girls that just joined my Diamond. It's like so fun getting to know them. My God, like just these epic fucking people. I just love these people. And the women in the sales program, and the energy in the sales program, all we did was the welcome today, and it's already off the charts. They're already fucking charging and like busting through shit. And all we did was the welcome. I mean, it's just such incredible people. It's such an amazing life. And I get to just surrender to what is right now and know that this bigger vision I have is calling to me, and calling to me strong, and it's coming. And I get to just make my brave moves right now. And I do have some brave moves. I'm not going to share online because I haven't shared personally yet with those people, but I'm doing some really like brave, bold shit that is scaring the shit out of me. It's triggering me to make me feel like I'm going to end up being alone, right? That is the worry and the fear coming up. And I just get to do that work. I get to do the work of like, is it true that I'll be alone, right? Because if I'm being called to something, then chances are I'm not going to be alone, right? Like we're not called to things, that kind of stuff. And then I get to rewire and rework that stuff just like you guys, just like I did when I first started my fucking coaching practice. Now, just as I'm scaling it to have more of a global impact, it's just it's a new level of the same exact work. I just do it to a deeper level for new things. It's the fundamentals always, right? This is why I teach the fundamentals. I teach like right now, the sales basics. Like this is the fundamentals of sales. So you will always do sales successfully on every fucking platform. Everything you do, you will do sales successfully because you know the fundamentals, you know the power moves, and you know what to do in all these different situations. You become seasoned and savvy at this, and you do it in a way that doesn't stretch you away from your integrity, so that like I'm getting further, and for every day that I sell, I'm just feeling more and more tension until snap, I stop doing it because the tension built because I feel like I'm not being who I want to be. That is the biggest thing right there, right? And then the mischief around success and what's going to happen if I'm successful. We clean up both ends. Boom, boom, right? And then we're learning strategy and everything. Like, come on. Yeah, this is what we do. The fundamentals, right? Because they last forever. I still use the fundamentals to scale my business to 7 figures as I did when I was trying to hit my first multi-6 figures, right? Same shit. Oh, okay. So don't let me be vulnerable all by myself. I would love for you guys. I mean, I'm happy to. I'll be out here calling to you guys, wooing you to the crazy, wooing you to the authentic, vulnerable, behind the fucking curtain. Let's just all talk about the real shit. Let's make some brave moves. I'm happy to call your ass to more. Like, what is your fucking brave move right now? If you're not crushing sales, get your ass in the Powerful Sales with Heart program, right? Closes in 2 days. If it's not that, what is it, right? Like, let's look it in the face. Let's make that fucking power move. And like, you already know what you need to do. Just stop. Like, you already know. You already fucking know. You do know. You know what you need to do. It's just about being brave enough to fucking do it. And I just want you to know that I'm in it with you, and I'm doing it myself, and I'm shitting my pants about the things that I'm about to do, but I'm doing them anyway. And it's still exciting. And I'll be savvy on the other side of this. I'll be even more seasoned, and I'll be able to help people even through something like this too. So it is exciting. So let me know in the comments below what comes up for you. What is your brave move? What do you already know? You know, what resonated with you? And then obviously if you're interested in the Diamond Mastermind, or there's been like a wave going on right now, and usually it would be a little bit more before that wave ends. So If you're interested in the Diamond Mastermind or doing that 2-hour one-on-one call with me, let me know. If you're interested in the sales program, it closes in 2 days. And of course, please just connect just to connect, because I love you. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. If you're new, let me know where you're from. My power move at the moment is to trust my heart rather than trying to have 10 different plans. Oh, me too. Me too, sister. I'm getting my course online today. I'm sick of my own excuses. Fucking right. Look, I had a mentor one time that said this to me, changed my whole life, because it's so true. It was funny because she posted it the other day and I was like, this changed my whole life. I yell it, I teach it, I whisper it, I fucking do everything it. And it was this. And I actually think it comes from Kundalini Yoga maybe, but I heard it from her. And basically it was this concept. It's not any harder to go in at 100% than it is to go in 60%. So the first time I heard that, I was like, yeah, it actually is. It is harder to go in 100%. But what I thought about in my interpretation of the same thing is, it's not any harder to go in at 100% than it is to go in 60% and 40% of the time be freaking the fuck out about the money, about the lack of results, about the lack of stability, safety, crushing it, confidence, the lack of confidence. I mean, just that alone, like having the confidence to do, like, let's just talk about the sales program because that's the current one going on. If I know that my entire business is based off of because a business job is to make money, like that the only job of your business is to create an income. That is a business's purpose. Your purpose is to leave an impact and et cetera, et cetera. Your business's purpose is to make money, is to generate. That is the purpose of a business. So if the entire purpose of your business is to generate, but you actually suck at sales, or some people just suck at sales or haven't learned yet, whatever. Sometimes we suck at shit. It's no big deal. We just get better at it and we put our ass in the arena. We have no choice but to do better at it, right? Or we're actually pretty good at it, but we just have a lot of tension and a lot of stories around it that need to get worked out. If you're not making the income you need to make, the only thing that should be on your radar for your business is working that shit out, because it's the whole point of your fucking business. Sometimes we just have to laugh at ourselves like, oh, fuck, right? If my whole purpose in life is for me to feel like my work is to help people get to a state of freedom where they're actually fucking happy and lit up and have the freedom and the impact that they want to have in the world, then that needs to be my motherfucking, that is it. Every single day, the question I ask myself is, how am I supporting my tribe, the people who have found me out of the whole fucking planet, and the thousands and hundreds of thousands of teachers and leaders out there? They found me. What a fucking honor. What a privilege. Holy shit, why did they pick me? Honestly, I can't even believe anybody would pick me. There's so many people. There's so many incredible people. My people picked me and they're here, and it's my fucking honor to show up for them. And I take it so seriously, and I want to just love them and fucking support them and lift them and encourage them and take them all. How am I supporting my tribe today? How am I helping my clients get results today? How am I reaching more people today? How am I helping them to really get on fire for their why and take brave action? How can I take the fog and remove it to pull it out of their eyes? I'm gonna wait until I get proof of no, you ain't, that's not gonna fucking work. It's not gonna work. You have to take brave action, and you have to commit to things well before you're fucking ready. It's the act of committing to the thing that will make you ready. Once you commit to it and you don't have a fucking choice but to make it work, you make it work. That's how it fucking works. I know it's not ideal for everybody, but that is the way it fucking works. Oh, I love it. Hi, Laura. It's so true. Yep. Shitting myself. No one will buy my course, but feeling the fear and doing it anyway because I know my shit works. Kel, that is an act of love. You are my people. This is what I'm talking about. This is sales 101, right? Sales is an act of love. What is an act of love? Let's define that for a second, because I'm not kidding, right? An act of love is, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm willing to do something that's uncomfortable for me in order to serve somebody else, in order for their betterment. So I might feel uncomfortable in the beginning learning to do these sales. I might feel uncomfortable. I don't want to have to fucking pay for a sales program, but I'm going to, because I'm going to learn how to do sales epically. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to trust. I'm going to fucking back myself. I'm going to put myself in a position where I'm required to learn this. And then I'm going to show up for my audience. I'm going to sell the shit to my audience constantly, because I know it'll change their motherfucking life. I know it'll change their kids' lives, their clients' lives. I know it'll change the fucking world, and I'm committed to this. And that's what we're talking. That is an act of love. That is the furthest thing from selfish. Selfish is, that's uncomfortable, so I don't want to fucking do it, and I don't really care if this would help you or not. I'm not doing it because I don't want to feel uncomfortable and I don't want somebody to say something to me and I don't want to be judged. So I'm not doing it. That is actually selfish. But somehow we've swapped it around in our head and we're like, no, I don't want to be salesy. Nope, that's fucking selfish. You're being selfish. You're being a chicken shit. Knock it off. You're here to fucking change the world. We don't allow little tiny things like that to stop us. You're a motherfucking tsunami. You're here to change the world, and little poofs of fear doesn't stop you, right? Like, we got to spin this shit around and see it for what it is and start calling stuff for what it is, for sure. Because it doesn't have the same power over us when we just look at it for what it actually fucking is, right? Vulnerable share, self-doubt. Thank you for sharing, Jackie. Self-doubt, have offered several programs, not getting much interest. I love what I'm offering, have been doing massive money, lack abundance story with work with self, reaching out from my heart, so desiring to help others, knowing that I already have helped others, but must look at my sales work, seeing some momentum, but honestly, self-doubt comes up. 100%, I hear you. This is, most of the people are feeling this way, which is obviously why I created the sales program. Let me just tune in for a second because I know you, Jackie. Let me just tune in and see what comes up for a second. I've been doing massive money, lack, abundance story work with self, reaching out for my heart. Okay, so if we know that self-doubt is coming up, that's confidence. So here's one of my power moves. This is what comes up for me, Jackie. One of my power moves is when I feel that my confidence is waning, right? Well, obviously when I first asked for a divorce, I went through a season of like, shit, see, I am a bad person. I knew it. I knew I was going to turn into a fucking bad person who abandoned the people I love, right? And so obviously I worked through that. It was all bullshit, but like that was beating me up and that was coming to me. So my confidence was waning a little bit. My confidence was like, I was struggling with my confidence. And when you're struggling with your confidence, you're focused on yourself and you're not focused on the person in front of you. So especially when we're doing sales, if someone can sense that we can't hold space for them, like I think it's very obvious to my audience, I have more than enough space for you and all of your shit and 17 of your friends and we're all good, right? Like I hold a powerful fucking container and I can hold a large container and I can be singularly focused and track with my clients and it's just something I've developed, a skill that I have, right? So my audience can sense that and they know they're safe with me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to fucking love you. There's not a single thing you could say to me that I would ever judge you about. And I'm also going to call your ass to more. And I'm going to call you out on shit. And I'm going to tell you the fucking truth because I believe in you. And I know that you're capable of epic fucking things. And I'm just going to love you that big, right? So when we get to a place where that self-doubt is coming up and our confidence is waning, I do something that will boost my confidence. I just give myself, instead of being like, well, I have to do this because I have to reach numbers and some bad thing's going to happen. Fuck that. No bad thing's going to happen. I get to do the things that make me happy and light me up. And if what I need right now is to do something that boosts my confidence, that's what I will do. So I will run a super low end program where I give massive value. So everybody's like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. And then it boosts my confidence. I'm human. Sometimes I really need my confidence boost. And people tell me confidence or compliments or they give testimonials. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. It means everything to me. It's my fucking life's purpose to have someone say this affected my life, this changed my life. Like people have no idea how much those messages and those testimonials and sharing that stuff with me means. It means everything to me, right? So like I know what means a lot to me and me getting that kind of feedback and seeing lives change and like building my confidence back up. So then I'll do something really fucking fun. I've done Bali giveaways, I've done Maui retreat giveaways, I've done program giveaways, I've done scholarships for programs, I've done giveaways where it's like if you're 19 or under, you get in for free. I've just done whatever shit that made me feel like I wanted to feel with no fucking rules. No rules. There's just no rules. I really get to do what makes me feel good because when I feel good, I do good. And when I do good, I create a massive fucking powerful space for people to transform and to tell the truth and to fucking wake the fuck up and to shake off the fear and to shake off the old fog and to then go out and crush the world. Same as all of you, right? And all that's required is for us to feel good, which means we do have to have our confidence. So two things come to me. One, sit down and be present with yourself and see what creative stuff comes up for you in order, like what creative thing would boost my confidence. And two, is there anybody, anything, any circumstance, any renegotiating or changing your mind that needs to happen for you to get away from something or to create a different dynamic with something that feels like it's contributing to your lack of confidence? Because I've had things that were going on in my life that I felt like for sure were contributing to my lack of confidence, and I severed or shifted or rearranged or renegotiated or set boundaries with those things. so that my confidence can stay high now, right? Because I'm, as the CEO and founder of a global company, I definitely need to have my confidence high. So that's important to me. It's been on my radar, right? You see what I'm saying? I hope that helped, Jackie. And thank you for sharing. Okay. I think that's everything. Damn! I love you, Laura. Okay, let me know anything else that comes up for you. If you feel like you got value in this, please share so that the other people who are meant to find this tribe can find us. Can find a place where it's safe to bring all the pieces and parts of them, for them to bring their whole fucking journey, their whole fucking power, and expose it and be bright and be epic and tell the fucking truth, and we don't have to hide shit from nobody, and we're truly fucking free. That is this place. One of my new clients the other day said, I feel like I found home. And I was like, oh, that's everything. Welcome home. Yes, creativity. And yes, set some boundaries. Love you. Thank you. You're welcome. I know. Laura, I created the training today for the sales program tomorrow. And even I was like, I almost took a picture and posted it in the group for you guys. Because I was like, this is fucking amazing. By the way, if you're not in the Powerful Sales from Heart program, it's next level fucking shit. Like, I'm not lying. It's fucking next level. It's gonna blow your mind tomorrow, Laura. I cannot fucking wait to teach you guys. I literally almost sent a picture. I'm like, knock it off, Mandy. They're doing the prep work. Leave them alone. Let them do their fucking prep work. I almost couldn't help it. I was so excited. It's gonna fucking rock your mind. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. This is what I'll do. For anybody who hops on this live and hears this, I will take some pictures without names of the people's reaction to what I teach them tomorrow, and I'll share it with you guys so you can see, because everybody's going to be flipping the fuck out. This program is off the charts, next level. I've definitely come a long way and grown, and this program shows me just how, actually, I think how powerful, I think this program is so powerful, and it's going to change lives so much, that I think that is what sort of set today in motion, this feeling of like I want to leave more of an impact in the world. I need to reach more people, because this message I have, I feel like needs to be shared. Like, everybody needs to hear this. Everybody deserves to hear this, and at least have the opportunity to know and understand these things so that they can make a decision based on it, right? Like, not everybody would ever implement it or do it, but a lot of people would. And so, yeah, I think that was a big part of how I was feeling all day today. And I did cry some, and I let my tears out, and just like, oh, like a little baby yearning for something, or like a teenager in love, like I'm just madly in love and miss my boyfriend. It's like those feelings. That's how I felt today. Like, I just yearned to leave this impact. It was messy and fun and all the good things. Yay. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Have a fantastic night. The doors close in 2 days for Sales with Heart. The rest of you, I'll see you in the program. Okay, love you guys.